Uh, I don't, there. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday, right? Sometimes in the summer, when my kids don't have school, every day bleeds into itself. And I have no idea what day it is, what we're doing, what time it is, what month it is. What month is it? How did I blink and June disappeared? Did that happen to you? That happened to me. Happy Friday, everybody. Double checking, like I always do, that you can hear me okay. Can you hear me now? Also, can we talk about that guy? The can you hear me now Verizon guy? How much do you think AT&T, it was AT&T, right? Like, how much do you think they paid him to make him defect on Verizon? He was the face of Verizon for a decade. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Malika, if I'm saying that right, it's your grandma's funeral today. Prayers headed your way. You'll get through it. It'll be all right. I promise. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy end of June. Did you know that on Monday, it will be July? It will be July. What is happening? I'm excited to talk to you guys today. We are doing health hacks, easy health hacks for healthy living today. Also want to talk about a huge announcement that I have. And of course, we'll be answering your questions as we go and then definitely at the end. I'll try not to keep you too long today. And because today is about healthy hacks, I want to tell you what's going on. I don't know how much detail to go into. How much detail do you want? I'm part of a race group. I don't even know what to call it. I'm in a relay, a road cycling relay race. There's 5 women. It's for the Lodija relay race. If you've never heard of it, it's a 200-mile bike race from Logan, Utah to Jackson, Wyoming. It's really famous, really popular, whatever you want to call it. You can do it as a solo. A lot of people do. My team does it as a race, relay. Yvette, you have to know everything. Okay. Okay, fine. So I've been on the team since 2021. So 21, 22, 23 was the year we upgraded into the race category instead of just the ride category. That means we get different bib colors and we're up for awards and medals. And my team won the race category, the all-female relay race category. I know. Not because of me. Okay. I'm what you could call the weak link of the 5 of us. But our team leader, so we're going back this year, 2024, in the race category to defend our title. And our team leader, Jane has been on my channel. I helped her declutter her master closet like a year ago, 2 years ago. At some point, Jane is the team captain or whatever. She was like, hey, team, we need to road bike 100 miles a week in prep for Lodija. So Lodija's in September. So we've got July, August, and then like a little bit of September. So 10 weeks, 10, 11 weeks to go. And everyone's like, yeah, do it. And one of the girls on our team, Heather, is one of the best female athletes I have ever seen in my life. She's like 100, I'll do 200. Okay, she's out there busting 80-mile bike rides like a beast. And I'm like, wait for me, guys. I'm definitely not the fitness leader in the group. This was amazing about finding a good group of people to work out with or to train with is when everyone is better than you, it helps you chase their fitness level and their success. So you get better. It's time to level up, friends. So the last week and a half, Jane has taken pity on me and she's like, Christine, we got to get you to the 100 miles. And I'm like, my legs are like My quads are an acid bath every day. Like I can barely walk around the house. I walk up the stairs from the basement and it's like someone poured gasoline all over my legs and lit a match and like created a bonfire. Like my legs hurt so bad. And Jane's just like, Christine, you're going to do it. So this morning, Jane's like, Christine, let's go do some hill climbing today. She's like, here's my plan, this. And I'm like, Jane, you do realize that you're going to have to wait at the top of every hill for me. And she's like, that's fine. Heather has to wait for me all the time. So I'm like, okay, like as long as you know, you're going to have to wait for Christine. And she's like, no problem. Okay. So we did that this morning. I left my house at 5:58 a.m. So you can think about what that means when it comes to what time I woke up to get ready. 5:58. I only have one picture because the rest of the time I was crying. I ended up riding 50 miles on my road bike this morning. 50. With just about 2,500 feet of climbing. There's me and Jane. Right there. See how I'm like, look like I'm about to fall over? You see that? She's taking the picture. I'm exhausted. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go do this live. I'm so excited to talk to everybody. And then I'm like, oh, but I need to lay down because I'm so tired and I would just want to go to sleep and I'm starving. So I feel like it's the perfect thing to talk about healthy hacks as I'm sitting here like exhausted from this 50-mile bike ride that Jane made me go on. I just chased her around. She'd climb a hill and I'd try and chase her up the hill. My legs, friends, are trashed. So I thought of no better thing to do tomorrow than to go ride my mountain bike with friends. I love mountain biking. Mountain biking is like awesome. We're doing this big hill climb tomorrow morning. And what I like about this hill climb is you get to ride like 3 miles downhill, just 3 miles of down, just all the way down. And the downhill is really fun. And so Dave's like, are you going to be able to ride tomorrow? And I'm like, well, bring a tow rope. Just pull me up that hill. I was like, I'll be like piddling along, like do, only to do the downhill. That's it. All right. Guys, that was like 8 minutes of a story of what I went through this morning. I'm telling you, you find friends that are better than you at everything, but they're willing to like grab you by the shoulder and be like, come be awesome with me. It's the only way to get better at stuff. It is. So I thought it would, I don't know, suit today's video pretty well. Health hacks. Here we go. Are you ready? Of course, we'll be answering questions throughout. I made a slideshow. Who is she? Was a template. It's nothing fancy, guys. Nothing fancy. Here we go. It looks like everyone's toddlers are napping. Godspeed to you guys with the toddlers. Just let them sleep, man. Just let them sleep. Here we go. Health hacks. Number 1. Sleep. I cannot underestimate or under push or under emphasize. I'm picking all of the wrong adjectives here. Those are not adjectives. What are those words? Oh no, not the grammar police. Whatever that word is. Are they verbs? What is that? Anyway, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of sleep when it comes to your health. I got a pretty nasty comment on, I think, my last live, because I quoted a study. Okay, this is an actual study. This is not me just randomly saying things, okay? A study of healthy, young, like 20-year-old, college-age boys. Very healthy. And they sleep deprived them for like 5 days. It wasn't even a week. They only let them sleep 4 to 5 hours a night, okay? At the end of the week, 100% of the boys were pre-diabetic. 100% of them. They let them go back to their normal sleep and they reverted back. Like, this is a real study. I'm not just making crap up. Sleep is so important. It helps your body recover when you're working out. It helps lower your body's the hormones that make you feel hungry. And okay, so the hormone that makes you feel hungry, I'm not explaining this very well. The hormone that makes you feel hungry when you sleep enough, that one is decreased, okay? And then the hormone that helps you feel full when you don't sleep enough is decreased, okay? So when you don't get enough sleep, you feel hungry more often and you're not satisfied. Do you understand what I'm saying? It also, you're like, your brain can't heal. You usually get dehydrated. Your muscles don't recover adequately. You're more irritable. Not to mention the health risks associated. They've proven that lack of sleep leads into pre-diabetic and type 2 diabetes, and also higher blood pressure and higher cholesterol levels. Like these are actual studies. I'm not making it up. So we all know how important sleep is. Let's talk about how much you actually need and how you can effectively get more sleep. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about. Because I think you all know it's important. I don't think any of us get enough. Am I right? None of us get enough. So, number one is they've underestimated the hours of sleep needed because every study they've ever done on sleep needs is done on men. And they've extremely recently come out with the studies based on what women need, and it is more. Women need more sleep than men. They frequently said that men need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep, depending on a lot of factors. Everyone is a little bit different, okay? But women need 8 to 10 hours. And what's really interesting about this is if you go lay down at 10 p.m. and you wake up at 6 a.m., that's 8 hours. But if you've ever worn a sleep tracker, you'll realize you didn't actually sleep 8 hours. You probably slept 7. So whatever time you lay down to the time that you get up, you need to subtract an hour for the process of falling asleep, for the process of waking up. Maybe you had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, maybe you're rolling around, whatever it is. So if you want to get 8 hours, you need to schedule in 9 hours actually in bed. I'm one of those people that's, I would say, a heavy sleeper. I sleep more than most people. I'm a 9 hour a night girl. And when I exercise a lot, it pushes into 10 pretty easily. Oh no, Dave's in here. Doesn't he know this is girl only, girl chat? Just kidding. It's not. Men are allowed. Men are always allowed. As long as they are pumping up the bike tires. Dave, you gotta put some chain lube on my bike chain for tomorrow's ride, Dave. Just want to throw that out there. You want to pump up my tires and lube the chain? That would be great. That would be great. We should probably load the bikes tonight. Okay. Number 2, in assistance to fall asleep, okay, is the temperature of the room. Studies have shown that the colder the room, the better the sleep. That doesn't mean you have to be cold. It means that the room temperature should be between 62 to 67 degrees, the bedroom. You can have blankets. Like, you can pile on the blankets, you can wear warm stuff, but like the cool air helps you fall asleep. If you have a hard time falling asleep, if you've never taken a hot shower and then gone to lay down, and then the act of your body, your core body temperature cooling off typically will help you doze off. That can be very helpful. Number 3 is caffeine intake. I don't care what you say. If you can drink a Coke and fall asleep immediately, it's because you're exhausted, not because caffeine doesn't bother you. Caffeine definitely bothers you. You're just probably very accustomed to taking it, and you're so exhausted that you can fall asleep anyway. So there's a half-life of caffeine. It's been said in the past it's 6 hours. So like if you take 100 milligrams of caffeine at noon, at 6 p.m., you would still have 50 milligrams in your system. Everyone metabolizes caffeine slightly differently. Some people are faster, some people are slower. It is probably just a safe bet to cut off all caffeine by noon, maybe 11, to help you fall asleep in the evening. Number 4 is screen time. Screen time 100% affects your ability to fall asleep. 100%. So if you can cut off all screens at least 1 hour before you want to fall asleep, that is beneficial. Here's one that helps my daughter. My daughter had a hard time going to sleep because her brain just spins. She's thinking about all these things. So I gave her what we like to call like a brain dump journal. So everything she's thinking about, all the things she doesn't want to remember, you just get it out of your head and onto paper. And then it's not in your brain anymore. They don't even have to be sentences. They could just be words or times of the day, like 1 p.m. dentist, done. Don't have to think about it anymore. Need milk. Don't have to think about it anymore. You know, kids' soccer signups. It's gone. No more brain spinning. Yeah. Oh, Nicole, this is a great point. Dark rooms. They have done a bunch of tests and stuff about whether lights shining on the skin or in the eyes or like which one is more disruptive. It's the eyes. So if your room is in not pitch black, one of those face masks around your eyes, so you're like closing your eyes is not enough, right? You can get one of those face masks that make it look like it's pitch black. You will sleep better. I promise. And then the last one, this is fascinating. So it is helpful for your body to go to sleep at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. Now listen, I am not saying I'm good at this. In fact, I am not good at this. I'm not good at this. I have teenagers are coming in all the time. If I get a chance to sleep in until 8, I will do it. And then if I need to get up at 5:30 to go exercise like with Jane like today, I'll do it. So I suck at that one. But your body will have more restful sleep if you can do it. It's really fascinating, really interesting. Okay. Just checking to see if there are any questions. This one's reading a book before bed used to help me, but it doesn't anymore. Your books are probably too interesting. You might need a more boring book. Oh, man. And then did Dave ever finish the jalapenos? Not within the time limit. Yeah, he did. I took much longer than he thought. I was actually disappointed in his ability to eat all those jalapenos. He promised me. Okay. Let's move on. I think I want to jump ahead and talk to you guys about my big announcement. Are you ready for it? We're just going to flip through these real quick. Oh no, too far. Here we go. My membership group is live as of yesterday. It's live as of yesterday. If this is something that is interesting to you, if you would like to cut your household expenses, we're starting with the grocery budget. You want to cut your grocery budget by hundreds of dollars? You want me to help you, walk you through it step by step, day by day? I have challenges. I have live workshops. I have daily videos. I have a bonus for those that would like to sign up before July 1st. If you sign up this weekend, before July 1st, you will get one of my digital cookbooks for free. Right? If you would like to sign up, you can go to the description box of this video, or I'm trying to find a link for the chat, guys. I think this is it. There you go. There's a link in the chat. It's also in the description box of this video. I'll also put it in the comments, like pinned at the top once I'm done with the live, if you want to go check it out. It is $15 a month, but you guys, if you put in the work, I guarantee you save hundreds. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited about the people that have signed up already. You guys jumped in there real quick. I'm very excited to have a group of people that like really want to make a difference in their life. So it's going to be pretty fantastic. I've helped a lot of people with their groceries, like in person, like my friends and people like that. So I know it can be done. You guys want to learn how to cook? We're going to tackle that. You want to manage your inventory in your kitchen as far as food goes? We're going to tackle that. You guys want a back to school challenge in August? We're doing that. I'm even thinking about doing shelf timber in September. I didn't coin the phrase, but I've heard it a lot. It's going to be super fun. There's already some amazing women in there. I think I have a couple of guys. It's going to be great. Here's that link one more time in the chat and in the description box. Do you guys have any questions about the membership while we're here? Any questions about it while we're on this topic? Kimberly, this is so true. Like, you can do it for everybody else except for yourself. Sometimes you just need an accountability group, an accountability coach to report to. So that is what I am giving you. I'm giving you the community, the accountability, the coach. Kim, yeah, I get it. It's totally fine. You can still see a lot of my tips on the YouTube channel. So no sweat there. Alexis, recipes are given. Okay, so let me explain that because I don't think I did very well before. The Platinum membership, which is the more expensive one, you're given 2 extra live streams a month. And then I do go over people's budget, not just groceries, their entire budget. So I have a submission form and we do a live where we break down someone's budget so we can help them cut expenses and reach financial goals. In addition, they get 1 digital download a month. That would be a recipe collection book, not just one recipe. So the lower one doesn't get those 2 live streams, and then they'll just get a couple of recipes here and there, like 1, 2 over here, 1, 2 over here. And then the higher one gets like a whole booklet or the whole packet every month. Okay, so that's what it is. You can cancel anytime. You can sign up anytime. But if you sign up before July 1st, you do get a totally free digital recipe book, like right now. Both levels, all levels. Claire, I would think that all countries can get in. It's just a Facebook group, so it should be no sweat. And then let's do this one. Sierra, would love if you did a membership for next steps once you graduate from these type of topics. So could you expound on what that means? Like what next steps are you looking for specifically? Because that can help me plan things in the future. So that could be very helpful for me. Wendy, that is not what that means. It's just I'm going to do, well, I haven't done the podcast in a while because I can't fit it in right now. So just haven't been able to make time to do it in between setting this up, doing YouTube videos, and then summer with my kids. I find it really difficult to work in the summer when my kids are around all the time because I'd rather just like go hang out with them, right? Because I just want to be with them all the time. I'm not a workaholic in that sense that I will definitely set work to the side to go hang out with my kids and my husband. And summer is definitely when that's challenging. I haven't figured out the best way to do the budget reviews on the podcast at this point, just because I know I make videos, but since it's a lot of audio, sometimes it's hard to visualize that. So I'm thinking about the future of that at the moment. The membership is a private Facebook group. So if you're already on Facebook, it's pretty easy. I put it there on purpose because most people already do have a Facebook page, and maybe I didn't want you to like sign up for something new if you didn't have to. Okay, I think we are good on that. Let's jump back to number 2. Okay. Here we go. Number 2 is to hydrate. If you could do 2 things today that would improve your health, it would be to sleep and to drink water. That's it. Water is so important for your body. Your joints hurt, you feeling a little creaky, water lubricates your joints. Your mouth feels a little dry, lips are a little cracked, you need water. It helps to deliver oxygen throughout the body. It helps to regulate your body temperature. So too hot, too cold, etc. Your digestive system will not work that well if you are not drinking enough water. It helps keep your blood pressure on point. If your blood pressure kind of hangs out a little on the high side, maybe drink some more water and get a little more sleep and then recheck it. Also, consider the blood pressure thing. You might have white coat syndrome where like your blood pressure and heart rate go up just a little bit just because you know they're checking it. That happens to me on my blood pressure will typically go up a little just because I know they're there. Prevents kidney damage and boosts performance during exercise. If you are dehydrated and you are trying to exercise, you're not going to feel great. Your body's not going to work right, and you're going to be frustrated because you're like, why isn't my body responding to what I want it to do? Probably need some water. Also, this is really interesting. So my mom went to the urologist. So if I'm remembering right, that's the kidney doctor, and had a bunch of tests done and stuff. So I don't know if you knew this, my mom had colon cancer, stage 3 colon cancer, 19 years ago. She's been cancer-free for a long time, but she does go in frequently to get everything tested. Okay, so with that in mind, she went to the urologist and she had reduced kidney function. So she's talking to the doctor about this, and he was very clear about dark colored sodas. So think your Coke, your Dr. Pepper, your root beer are difficult for the kidneys to process, and the rise in energy drinks, like the rise in popularity of energy drinks. I don't remember which item in it specifically. I got to ask her again. But energy drinks have contributed to the biggest rise of decreased kidney function in younger kids, 20-year-olds, teenagers who don't have any other health issues. Isn't that interesting? So maybe if you want to replace one of your sodas, one of your energy drinks with just water, you can keep your kidneys healthy long term. Let's see. Let's do this one. Kim, do you know how much you should drink? Yeah, what Dave said here is also very true. It depends on a lot. How hot the environment you live in is. Do you run hot during the day? Like you find yourself sweating quite a bit. Elevation. If you live at a high elevation, you'll need more water. Is it humid? Are you exercising? Typically, if you drink enough to where your urine is clear-ish, when you go to the bathroom, you're good. If it is dark yellow, you are dehydrated. So you can everyone's a little different. So you can just go off of that. Okie doke. Next one. Let's talk exercise. There are some fascinating studies recently about exercise. So there was a recent study that they have done that compares people who exercise and people who don't exercise and their longevity, how long they live. So the findings were that if you exercise regularly, I think they said 4 days a week, and you have some kind of disease, whether it's diabetes or high cholesterol or whatever it is. Okay. So let's say you have something that's like concerning, but you exercise 4 days a week, but you still have the whatever health issue you're working with. Those people live longer than otherwise healthy people that do not exercise. This is fascinating information, like fascinating. Bone density. The only way to improve your bone density is to lift weights. That's it. Why does that matter? For every person, I hope I get this age right. For every person over the age of 60, it might be 60, and they break their hip, I think it's 60. Hang on. I make sure I want to get this stat right. If you break your hip over the age of 60, oh my gosh, what is the ratio? It's 1 in 3. 1 in 3 people who break their hip over 60 will die in 1 year. Like, if that doesn't make you drop your mouth open and be like, holy crap, bone density matters. You don't want to be that person that breaks their hip. Do you know what I'm saying? Lifting weights matters for longevity, for long life, for healthy life. When I was 20, I liked working out because it gave me abs and I thought that was super cool. Now that I'm 40, I'm like, I don't care about that. I care about living as long and as healthy as possible, right? It's fascinating. We could talk all day about the physical benefits of exercise, but I don't think anybody talks enough about the mental health benefits of exercise. It does not matter what exercise you do. Weights, cardio, go for a walk in the sun, hike, swim, whatever. When you raise your heart rate every single day, typically in the morning, it's more helpful in the morning. Your brain is more clear, you're more energized, you think sharper. They've done whole studies on this. Dave, do you remember the name of that book where they did that study on the kids who ran a mile before a test and all their GPAs went up? Do you remember the name of that book? There's a fascinating book on this. The mental health benefits of exercise are enormous, like enormous. So the question I'm sure everyone wants to know is like, what's better, weights versus cardio? You need both. You do need both. You need cardio for endurance, for your heart and your lungs, and you need weights. You need weights to build muscle. It helps give you that physique and to build your bone density. And then walking balance, very, very important. Okay, it looks like Dave's going to go look up the name of that book where they did that study on these kids. They had the kids run a mile right before they took a test or like had a hard class. And all their GPAs just soared. Like they went up 20 points, like from a 60 to an 80 or an 80 to 100. It was unreal. Okay. This is a fascinating self-reflection, let's call it, okay? This is a check-in for basic health. If you cannot do the following items, how did he say it? I'm repeating someone else. Okay, I'm not saying this. If you cannot do the following items and the following times or weights, then you've got some work to do for health longevity, okay? You need to be able to do these things. Okay, the mile time. There are a couple of factors here. If you cannot walk 1 mile in under 20 minutes, you have a problem. If you are running, if you cannot run 1 mile in under 12 and a half minutes, then we need to work on your fitness, okay? I'm just giving you the standards that they have for like basic fitness levels, very basic. Squat. You need to be able to squat half of your body weight. Can you squat half your body weight? So if you weigh 150 pounds, you would have to be able to back squat 75 pounds. If not, we got some work to do. Deadlift. A deadlift is picking something up off the ground. Okay. Can you deadlift 75% of your body weight? So that's picking something up off the ground at 75% of your body weight. So if you're 125 pounds, oh my gosh, can I math that in my head? Maybe I'll go with 150 pounds. If you weigh 150 pounds, you need to be able to deadlift 100 pounds. If not, we got some work to do. Why do these movements matter? Because these are functional movements. These are functional movements. Squatting, that's like getting up and down off the toilet with your body weight. You know what I mean? A deadlift, you want to lean down and pick up a box off the floor and pick it up. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Very, very basic functional movements that you do in real life. Molly, yes, just one squat, one deadlift, 1 mile. Yeah. If you're repping out 75%, 2 thumbs up. You're doing great. And then the next one is, or the last one, can you get up off the ground without using your hands? If you're sitting on the floor, can you get up off the ground without using your hands to help you up? Molly, I am going to have to go find the standards. I was searching for them really quickly before we did this, but I think I didn't leave myself enough time to do it because I couldn't find them in like the 5 minutes I gave myself, unfortunately. Anyway. So, and this is a great point. Carrie, if you have a disability of some kind, your situation would look different. This is for people who don't have any kind of disability or injury or whatever. Obviously, if you're in a wheelchair, you're not going to do a deadlift, right? Like that's obvious. Brenda, really depends on what kind of abdominal surgeries. What kind of abdominal surgeries? My mom had 4 C-sections and a massive scar in the other direction to take out like 10 inches of her colon when she had cancer. I would consider those multiple abdominal surgeries. And I would say my mom probably has a little bit to work on when it comes to the weights for sure, but she can physically do them without her stomach bugging her. Sarah wants to know, do you have any suggestions on how to stay healthy or working a desk job? Yeah, I'm going to have Dave answer that one. And I don't know where he went to. I can tell you what Dave does. Dave goes to bed early and he gets up early. He fits in his workout in the morning before work because he knows that that's the only time that he can do it. He also does utilize lunch hour to do some weights sometimes. It's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It is hard, but doable. It just has to be a priority for you. Yeah, Dave just totally does it before work. He knows that's the only way that he's going to do it. And definitely one of his goals is longevity and being able to do awesome stuff with his grandkids, right? So he's kind of working as far as that goes. I like this one. Shawnee, always talk to your doctor, see what they have to say. I have found with surgeries specifically, doctors undersell the recovery time. I have 2 friends that have had tummy tucks. My mom had full knee replacement and a few other assorted, several hysterectomies. Not me. This is just people I know. Every doctor has always said you're fine by this date. And the patient is never fine by that date. I have found that the doctors undersell the recovery time. That being said, they're saying that at this time frame, you can't hurt yourself. So even if you feel tightness or you feel uncomfortable, you're not going to hurt your insides anymore. But yeah, I do agree. And physical therapist, huge round of applause for a physical therapist. I love PT guys. You find a good PT, they are worth their weight in gold. Age does not really affect the standards. It might affect the running a little bit, but the rest of it, no. And the reason is you're always going to have to lift your own body weight to squat and to deadlift. Like you have to move your own body is the point. So if you can't squat your body weight or pick something up off the ground or get up off the floor, like with your own body weight, that's a problem at any age. Okay. Any other questions about any of these? No. Okay. Perfect. Something I like to do when it comes to exercise is I like to do exercise with friends, and I like to do exercise with people that I like and things that I like to do. I also like having a calendar. I got this one from Dollar Tree. And so this is July. I already ripped off July because I'm excited for July because June has just been a very busy month for me. So I started writing with my pen like I'm doing a mountain bike race on July 6th right here, right? So I'm like backtracking and making sure I'm giving myself enough days to recover before that day. And then after the race, I can go like hog wild on like building time, building strength again for the next several weeks as I lead into a couple of other races that I'm doing. If you guys want to join me for a race, let's see if there's still open spots here. I'm gonna share this with you if there are still open spots. I am running. Where is it? I will be at the following race, August 24th in Grand Targhee, Wyoming. I will be at this race. It's called the Cirque Series. I will be there with my friend Mo, maybe another friend. I'm not sure. If you are able to come to Targhee in Wyoming, you want to come see me, you want to come hang out, do the race, come and do the race. I've never done one of these before. Basically, you like hike up a mountain and then run down it. It's a ski resort. So you're like hiking up the ski resort and then running down and trying not to twist an ankle. So that should be fun. It's new and exciting. I've never done it. Okay, I'm just scrolling through to see if I missed any questions because I probably did. Oh my gosh, Kimberly. Fractured your back at L4 and L5, 41 surgeries. Oh my gosh. I do not feel qualified to give you advice at all. Just my heart goes out to you. Like, I don't even know how I would deal with that. That is wild. Wow. Wow. Unreal. Okay. Oops, I missed one. I didn't mean to click on that one. Sorry. I'm clearly not very good at this. Sierra, I used to love mountain biking and moved to Colorado 2 years ago, and elevation terrifies me. Why? You should have adjusted to the elevation by now. It only took me, when I moved to elevation, it was several months, 3 to 4 months before I was used to it. But it should be fine at this point. Like, you should be good. And then Molly, I am not a pro. Not a pro. So definitely not. I have looked at the times from last year and I'm like, these people are sprinting up the mountain. That will not be Christine. Okay, I'll be hiking up the mountain and then running down. Not sprinting up the mountain. Do you remember what I told you about Jane, like towing me up the hill this morning? Yeah. Christine will not be going for the $1,000 cash prize. I feel like I'm more realistic than that. I highly recommend CrossFit. Started CrossFit with a PVC pipe for the lifts. Now can deadlift over 200 pounds. I actually never deadlifted over 200. 200 is my max. I kind of stopped because I didn't want to hurt myself. I hurt my back many, many years ago. Many at this point, maybe 8. Like maxing out deadlifts. And so I decided to bring it back down. But I did love CrossFit. As long as you have a coach that's teaching excellent technique and that hitting the stimulus is more important than like RXing the workout. I just fell in love with Olympic lifting. It's really athletic and really fun. So I don't do it anymore because I've been focusing more on like mountain bike and trail running and stuff. Like I can't work out for 4 hours a day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's just ridiculous. So I also love CrossFit. I think it's an awesome workout. Ashley, first of all, I would just talk to your doctor about what they have to say about it. There's nothing wrong with walking. Like if you don't have any injuries, there's nothing wrong with walking. I walked a good bit during my pregnancies and that was it. And walking is awesome exercise. Don't let anyone tell you different. Like they're crazy. Okay. Any other questions about any of that? Oh my gosh, I still have one more. I forgot. I forgot about this one. Okay. I am not here to cause a fight, you guys. I'm not here to fight with you. I am stating facts. So there are different goals when it comes to food. All right. I will never demonize any food. I love cookies. I love candy. I love vegetables. I love steak. Like, I'm just not going to demonize food. I won't. I think there's room for all of it in your life. But if you have goals, the foods that you pick matter. If you want less body fat percentage, that's body composition, it is calories. It is. And you can eat Doritos and Twinkies and still lose weight. There was a whole video on YouTube. Did you guys see this video? The guy ate nothing but Costco hot dogs and a soda 3 meals a day for a week and lost 8 pounds. Like, it's hilarious, right? Hilarious. That being said, if you want to feel really good, if you want to feel great all the time, then the quality of food matters, which is what I have on the screen right here. Like very minimally processed proteins, fruits, veg, nuts, seeds, things like that. I'm not going to demonize bread either. I make my own bread. I know exactly what's in it. I grind the wheat myself. I think bread is fine. But they're minimally processed. They're not coming in a box that, well, it's cereal, like a box of cereal. It used to be oats at one point, but it isn't anymore. Yeah, you want to feel amazing. The quality of your food matters a lot. That's all I'm going to touch on there, unless you want to ask any questions about this kind of stuff. Yeah, Debbie, this is true. Like sometimes it is hormones. This is rare though. This is not as common as people think. But yes, sometimes it is hormones. Sometimes it is stress, which messes with your hormones. Sometimes it's lack of sleep, which messes with your hormones. Very, very true. Very true. This one's also very true. Sarah, when you cook meals at home, you feel better than when you eat out. 100%. I've worked in a couple of restaurants. You guys, they put so much fat, so much butter, so much salt, and yeah, they put sugar in your stuff too. All these hidden things in the restaurant food that makes it so delicious. But you typically don't feel very good. So if you make the same foods at home, you will automatically eat less calories than if you eat the same foods going out. This is very true. My sister, she was a teenager and she was dating this guy. She had this boyfriend in high school and they would go out to eat all the time. And not all fast food, but she was active. She was a soccer player and she swam, like competitive swam. So she's very active. But her and her boyfriend went out to eat, I swear, every day. Every day. And my sister put on 30 pounds. Her and the boyfriend broke up, stopped going out to eat all the time, lost the 30 pounds. It was the only thing that was different. All right, here we go. Dave, is this the book? Brain Rules is the book that shared the study on exercise and improved test scores. Brain Rules. That's the book. It is fascinating. Highly recommend. Ashley, my thoughts on organic foods. So my mom and I talk about this one quite a bit because my mom is very pro-organic because there's certain sprays she's not excited about. That being said, I have a friend who works in the chemical spray engineering as a job. And so I have personally seen the list of pesticides allowed to be sprayed on organic foods. So organic does not mean they're not being sprayed. It does not mean that. It means they're being sprayed with different stuff. And they've actually done studies where they've taken conventional foods and organic, like let's do like fruits and vegetables, and then washed them both and then tested their levels of pesticides after washing, and they were the same. I think organic is very expensive. And in some cases, people think organic means healthier, so they'll buy organic Pop-Tarts or organic brownies when they're still just Pop-Tarts and brownies. Oh, thanks, Dave, for the link in the chat for the book. Okay. Next question. Not a fitness question. Just curious what we're reading this week. So I just finished The Housemaid is Watching. Have you guys read the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden? I just finished the third book. It is so good. I just finished it. It was so good. And then, so I just finished that, right? And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to read next? And then my friend just returned. She had borrowed my Throne of Glass series by Sarah Maas. And I was like, I've read the series a couple times, but I really love it. I could give it a reread because that's how much I like it. I haven't picked a new one. I literally just finished the Housemaid is Watching. Just finished. So I haven't picked a new one yet. I probably should, though. Let's go through all the books, pick a new one. Maybe I'll go to the library today. I love that plan. You guys want a book club? You guys are hilarious. I'm trying to get my 12-year-old, I'm trying to get him to move away from the like graphic novels. And the only reason is because he's very good at reading. He's very good at reading. He's very capable. And so I'm like, let's maybe something a little harder. So I gave him Fablehaven, which he's never read. And Fablehaven is not hard for a 12-year-old. It isn't. I was reading Stephen King when I was 12. So I gave it to him and I was like, it's a little slow the first half. Just, just get through the slow part. So I'm like, so has this happened yet? And he's like, no. I keep checking in with him every day. So has this happened yet? Have you gotten to meet the giant cow yet? And he's like, no. So I'll check in with him again. Okay, I read The Housemaid because I recommended it. No, you're not prepared. If you haven't read The Housemaid is the first one. I can't remember what the second one's called. And the third one's called The Housemaid is Watching. No, you're not prepared. Even the third one, I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out the twist. No, I couldn't figure out the twist. I could never figure out the twist. Not ever. My goodness. It was so good. So, so good. Yeah, Matthew Perry's memoir is a trip. It is a trip. I've actually dove a little bit more into some podcasts. Recently, instead of books, I've been listening to more podcasts a little bit. Yes, I don't love red dyes. Red dyes actually hurt my teeth. They hurt my gums. So I try and stay away from red dyes. I don't like those at all. And then I've been trying to do, avoid corn syrup as much as I can and seed oils. I'm not perfect. When I'm thinking about it, I try and make a better decision, is what I'm saying. Okay, Michelle, tell me about the speed reader business. How fast are we talking? I'm a pretty fast reader, but I wouldn't call myself a speed reader. So what does that mean? Explain to me what that means. Okay. While I wait for any last questions coming in, I will remind you guys that my membership group is up and open. And if you join before Monday, this weekend, if you join before Monday, you do get one of my free digital cookbooks. One of my digital cookbooks for free. Wow, I can't say that at all. And if you really, really want to take charge of your finances and save money, especially in the kitchen, that is what we are working on. Also, our first live workshop is going to be Tuesday, July 2nd. So that's what's going on here. It is housed on Facebook. If you have any questions about the membership group or about books or the live that we're going to do or how to sign up for the membership group, any of that, let me know. I'll answer those questions. I will answer those questions. Here in the chat one more time is the sign up. If you want to join the membership group, we will be over there a lot. Almost every weekday, we will be over there doing something. Okay. Any last questions? Last call for questions before we wrap it up for the day. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. It's a spam call. Don't you hate those? Anytime a phone number comes up and I'm like, Miami. No. I don't know anyone in Miami. More pantry challenge videos. Well, we're going to do more of those in the membership group. Do you know how long cooking videos take to film? I just filmed one. It took 2 full days. I ran the dishwasher 10 times in 2 days, not including all the stuff I hand washed. Like, it's just awful. No, that doesn't mean I limit my YouTube content. My YouTube content will be the same. But I'm saying in the membership group, we are going to be focusing in the first 2 weeks on cooking from the pantry together, because I'd say 95% of people have enough in their pantry to at least make a couple days worth of meals. Molly wants to know if I'm a fan of Colleen Hoover books. Not really. I've only read one, and it was a little cringe. It was just not good writing. It was not my vibe. To be fair, I only read the one. I didn't read any more because I was like, why is everyone reading these books? It came across as very cringe and predictable and a little boring. I've been reading all of Frida McFadden's books, all of them, because They're fun, and I can never figure out the twist. I can never figure it out. I've read 15 of them. Can't guess. Can't guess how the twist is going to go. And I think that's really fun. I like reading more complicated characters than that. Okay. My finger is doing great. Look at this. Like, you can almost not even see. Can you see the scar? Oh, I'm like not even up to it. How it's like kind of shiny and flat. That's the scar, but it's like the same color as my finger. Like you cannot see it. It is flat. My fingerprint did not come back. And it does feel weird still. But I can use it. So I'm trying not to complain. For months and months, all I wanted to do was be able to use my finger without pain. So I'm very happy about that. Plantar fasciitis. Okay. This is no joke. Number 1, you have to change your shoes. Number 2, you have to roll the bottom of your foot with, you could do a golf ball. I don't prefer a golf ball. I have a stick roller. I think it's called a tiger tail. You have to roll your arch and heel on the tiger tail and break up those adhesions. You have to. And then you got to stretch your calves. It will heal it. It will. Plantar fasciitis is something that flares up on me. So I have to be very aware of like how my feet feel. Okay, Abigail. I saw long ago a video where you showed you had a camper. Just got our first camper. Would you consider, oh, I lost the rest of it. Would I consider what? Abigail, what would I consider? What do I need to consider? Sarah, have I ever considered writing a novel? No. Christine does not like writing. I don't like it. Writing is not my forte at all. You put me in front of a blank page and I just want to crumble it up and throw it in the garbage and walk out the door. I love to read, but I don't want to write. Abigail, what to pack? Oh, what to pack? Like clothes, like food, like specifically what? Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I don't know how many people would watch it. Okay. I think those are all the questions. Are those all the questions? I think we hit it all. There's not very many health hacks. There's really not very many. Like you want to make the biggest difference in your life. Sleep more, drink more water, eat unprocessed food, exercise. That's it. That's all there is. And if you want to save hundreds of dollars on your grocery bill, you could join my membership group and I will help you do that. I will be your accountability partner and your coach, along with the rest of the girls that are in there because they're really amazing. They're really amazing. Okay. I think we're going to wrap it up. Last 10 seconds for any more questions, and we are going to be done for today. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Remember, next week is a holiday weekend, like long weekend, I guess. The 4th is on Thursday. So you guys do anything fun for the 4th? Barbecues, parades, fireworks. That's my favorite part. I love fireworks. Okay. I hope to see all of you over in the membership group. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a party. You probably get sick of me, actually. Don't join. The link to do that is in the description box, and I'll probably pin it in the comments. And I will see you guys. I do have a new video coming out on Sunday, so I will see you on Sunday in my new video. Have a great weekend.